And I'll turn back to the baseball team, the Sartell Senior starting goal number 30, Bushy. On 14, Paul and Andover. On defense number 68, Greg Wilson. And forward number 92, Wayne Larson. And forward number 81, Derek Jacobs. And starting center number 42, Preston Rivers.
Pub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brew Pub Lots of Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brew Pub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brew Pub Lots of Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
I think anytime you're beginning a season or beginning a new sport where maybe you haven't been as well conditioned as later in the season or near the end of the year, that's when you're going to be most prone to overuse types of injuries. That's going to be sprains and strains and tendonitis and stress fractures. And so I think it's most important to kind of slowly ramp up into an activity and build your volume in a stepwise way instead of jumping in all at once.
Brew Pub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brew Pub Lots of Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brew Pub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brew Pub Lots of Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
I think anytime you're beginning a season or beginning a new sport where maybe you haven't been as well conditioned as later in the season or near the end of the year, that's when you're going to be most prone to overuse types of injuries. That's going to be sprains and strains and tendonitis and stress fractures. And so I think it's most important to kind of slowly ramp up into an activity and build your volume in a stepwise way instead of jumping in all at once.
Brew Pub.
Ladies and gentlemen, the battle for the Blue Ox Bantam AA white bracket final between Andover and Stillwater. Excuse me, not Stillwater. My goodness, I got Stillwater on the brain. They're playing in our black bracket final. Andover and Sartell. Andover wearing black and gold today. Sartell wearing a smattering of breezer covers, apparently. We've got a navy, we've got a blue, and a black. Sartell wearing white uniforms. We are officially underway in this one. Sartell moving left to right on your screen. Daragish throws it over to Devin Jacobs. Jacobs on the backhand, long shot. Stopped and held onto by Wyatt Reimer, the Andover netminder. We'll line her up and have the face-off to the right of Reimer. 14:24 to go in the first period. We play 15-minute periods here at the battle for the Blue Ox. Puck is down in the Andover zone. Husky defender Caleb Schulz looking for an option. He ends up losing the puck to Isaac Menser, and then Menser loses possession in the zone. Sartell will have to regroup. Going after it now is Menser, Sigurdsson, and Kimball, the forward trio out on the ice. Here's a shot from Zimney from long range. It's blocked and sent right back to the blue line by Kyle Leopold. And coming around the net is Schulz. Schulz once again trying to get it to Dorstad. Dorstad can't get it out, and eventually it comes into the neutral zone after a second attempt. A couple of shoulders being bashed together. Dorstad skates it to the blue line of Sartell. Dorstad throws it down low. There's a centering try, intercepted by Easton Sigurdsson, who plays it around the boards. Now to Kimball. Kimball off the wall to Menser in the middle. That line for Sartell should probably hop off. They look like they could use A line change here. Lead off the board by Chase Burscheit. We've got our first stoppage of play. Puck goes flying into the Andover net. How did these teams get here, you ask? Andover is 2-1 coming into today's game. A 10-3 loss to Prior Lake in the opening round was followed by 5-2 victories over the Fargo Angels and Lakeville North. The leading scorers for Andover, number 18, Camden Langfeld with 5 goals and 8 points. Number 17, Cade Dorstad with 3 goals and 7 points. And number 19, Mason Miller with 2 goals and 5 points. There's a shot on goal by Andover's Cade Pekarski. Blocker save there by Jake Ashby. One of 2 goaltenders on this Sartell roster. Stopped at the blue line and dumped right back in, put over the glass by Colin Zilmer. As for Sartell, the Sabres lost 5-3 to the Fargo Freeze in the first round and then defeated Rogers 5-2 and West Fargo 6-3. Leading scoring trio for Sartell. Number 81, Devin Jacobs with 7 points. Number 42, Preston Daragish with 4 points. And number 92, Lane Larson also with 4 points. Those 3 make up the Sabres' top unit. They're out on the ice right now. Long pass caught by Daragish. Nice turn by Preston Daragish to maintain possession. Here he goes around the Andover cage. He banks it off the wall to the blue line. Stopped, bobbled for a moment by Wilson, and now Andover will take over possession. Streaking down the right side is Zilmer. Zilmer off the wall, loses a stick. Boy, howdy, we've seen a lot of players drop their sticks this weekend. Don't know if it's the fact they're too light, too heavy, or what. Larson carrying it ahead, steps around 2 Andover defenders, and he'll go 1-on-3 before dropping it to Daragish. Daragish slides it down to Jacobs. Jacobs lost the handle. Now Andover will exit the zone. Long pass from Mason Miller. Bobbled momentarily by Peterson. Now it's taken away by Otto. Otto skating it ahead for Sartell. Head up all the way over the red, over the blue on his backhand. Otto pivots. Looking for an option. Daragish is in front, so is Jacobs. Jacobs can't get the shot off. It's broken up nicely by Andover's Jamison Fox. Menser holds the line for Sartell, dumps it down deep into the Andover zone for Jacobs. Jacobs plays it around to Daragish. Daragish looking for another option. Throws it up to the blue line. It hops a stick and comes out in the neutral zone. Sartell will have to regroup. Daragish will simply dump it in and let Menser go after it as Sartell goes for a line change. Menser working his way out of the corner. Drops it. Back around to Sigurdsson. Sigurdsson tries another centering pass. Goes off the skates of Grayson Bruno and into the corner. Over the blue line now Yazgar. Drops it off blind, and thankfully Menser was coming back for the puck. Menser, Sigurdsson, and Kimball now going to work for Sartell in the offensive zone. Dorstad slides it to Leopold. Leopold joining the play from his defensive position. Stick lift there by Sartell eliminates the centering pass. Menser, he's got Kimball in the middle. Menser from the dot, shooting, and a glove save by Reimer. He hangs on. We've got 4 broadcasts for you today. Our white bracket final, blue bracket final, which will include Centennial and Fargo Freeze. The Bantam A Championship, which will feature Osseo, Maple Grove, and Moorhead. And then the big one, the black bracket Bantam AA final between Moorhead and Stillwater. The Spuds going for a three-peat here at the Blue Ox and fittingly on home ice. Langfeld deep in his own zone, tries to backhand it up to a player breaking out. Doesn't work. Langfeld bumped into the boards. It's Lucas McGee going after it for Sartell. With 10:20 to go in the first period, we've got an icing. And the face-off to the left of Wyatt Reimer. Devin Jacobs taking the draw in the offensive zone for Sartell. Puck is down. Huskies had it for a moment, but they give it up. Otto trying to find, I believe, Daragish on that off wing, couldn't do it. Otto retreating into his own zone after a soft dump in by Andover. It goes off the stick of Wilson into the neutral zone. Now Knox. Knox flips it up high into the Sartell end to Otto. Now Jacobs. Jacobs chips it to Daragish. It never got there. Nice play by Chase Hendrickson to come back for it. Hendrickson, a long pass up to Dominic Delich, and Delich plays it too high. Andover, one of the youngest teams in the field, suiting up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2010 birth years. These players were playing Pee-wees last season. It's Chase Hendrickson, Dylan Knox, Colin Zilmer, Brett Erickson, and the goaltender Wyatt Reimer. A lot to look forward to for the Andover Youth Association. Otto gives it to Derigish. Derigish slides it below the goal line, looking for Jacobs. The puck eludes Jacobs, and now it ends up on the stick of Jacobs after a failed clearance attempt. It's loose in front. They score! Lane Larson on the doorstep. Nobody home for Andover to cover the man. And Sartell goes up 1-0. I believe the play will read Larson from Jacobs and Derigish, but we'll throw it down to our men in the penalty box, Mr. Brad Soderberg and Mr. Robin Cook, for the official goal call, which for the first time all weekend we'll be able to hear thanks to the implementation of new speakers. Well, not new, rented by YHH here at the Bushy rink. I take that back. I can't hear the announcement anyway, so for right now, those assists will simply be mysteries until the score sheet can be ascertained. A little 1-on-2 action down below the goal line in the Andover zone. Huskies desperately trying to clear it out. It's held in by Zimney. Menser going after the Andover defender, bumping him away from the puck. That was Caleb Schulz. Schulz will carry it out now. Could have been an odd man rush for Andover. Not enough time, not enough space. The centering try in front hops the stick of Langfeld. Langfeld looking for that elusive goal. There's a shot on. Fluttering shot. Reimer hangs on and drops it off to a defender. Play will continue. 8:10 to go in the first period. Our score 1-0 Sartell. That goes off the wall. It's going all the way down. No icing, though. Play waved off. Play will continue. Now into the corner. Langfeld absolutely decleated. My goodness, by Brady Anderson. And Anderson will apparently sit 2 minutes for roughing. Huskies will go on the power. Wow, that's loud. Thank you, Justin. Play comes to the blue line. Stepping down and dropping it in is Colin Zilmer, part of the power play here. Zilmer to Dylan Knox, over to Langfeld. Knox, Langfeld, Dorstad, Leopold, and Zilmer, the power play unit for Andover. From the top of the circle, Zilmer looking, shooting. Runs into his own man, Dorstad. Dorstad tried to shovel it over to Leopold, couldn't do it. Jacobs applying pressure on the penalty kill for Sartell. Spinning away from trouble is Zilmer. Zilmer pinned up against the boards by Devin Jacobs. One of the physically strongest players here at the Blue Ox, lining up for Sartell. Now Knox. Knox looking for it. Knox, the younger brother of former Andover High School captain Weston Knox, who won a state championship with the Huskies. So a shot on, goes high, goes out of play into the black netting. Knox patriarch Bernie has been around the Andover Youth Association for years and years and years and years. Oh, he's not that old, but Bernie's been around forever. He's been coaching off-season teams. He's coached Andover youth teams, and he also runs hometown hockey, which takes teams all over the country during the off-season, giving these kids an opportunity to play against some of the country's best competition. It's been quite a long time since an Andover squad hasn't had a Knox on it. Kimball and Stavos both going full bore after the puck on the penalty kill, and all of a sudden Stavos realized, hey, fellas, we're on the penalty kill. Delich has it stolen. Here comes Sartell carrying it out now is Colin Otto. Otto steps around Pekarski. Now Otto, the defender, is stuck very deep in the Sartell zone. Thankfully, it's Sartell player, stuck in the Andover zone. Thankfully for him, an Andover player couldn't clear it. That was Chase Hendrickson who tried to reverse course, and it was taken away. Stavos steps down, dumps it in. Otto will go for a change. Out to Erickson. Erickson loses the handle. Grant Wilson from Sartell. Wilson dumps it in, and he'll go right after it. The final seconds of that Sartell penalty, ticking off Yasgar with a shot. Knocked into the corner by Reimer. McGee dancing away from trouble. Sartell officially back to full strength. Nothing doing on that power play for Andover. Nary a scoring chance. Hard pass. The way up to Bambanek. Bambanek dumps it in. It's taken by Zilmer. Zilmer to Knox. Knox skates away from an attacking player. Gives it to Zilmer. Zilmer tries to get it to Jamison Fox. It's out of reach. Carrying ahead, Sartell chips it up. Sigurdsson dumps it in. Sigurdsson and Bambanek will go off for a change. 5 minutes to go here in the first period. We will have a Zamboni break after the opening stanza. Time to grab a cup of coffee or some eggs. Andover going back on the power play. A tripping call is going to go against Sartell's Devin Jacobs. Huskies will send that power play unit of Dorstad, Langfeld, Leopold, Knox, and Zilmer right back out. We'll have the face-off in the Sartell end. We'll see if the Huskies can't mount a little extra something on this power play. Puck's down, Knox over to Zilmer. Zilmer back to Knox. Knox firing. Sartell got a stick on it, and that hits one of the steel beams going across the ice. We have a whistle, stoppage of play. Langfeld taking the face-off again to the left of Jake Ashby. Andover player goes down. Let's see if Sartell can clear. Oh, you've got a hand pass call, so the faceoff will come outside of the offensive zone. Langfeld will take the faceoff for the Huskies against Darragish. Darragish wins the faceoff to himself before it's poked away. Nice play there by Zilmer to set up the ensuing rush. Leopold scooting behind the Sartell net. Leopold gives it to Zilmer. Zilmer to Knox. Knox tried to get a backhand pass off, couldn't do it, and Larson gets tangled up with Knox. Otherwise, that could have been a shorthanded breakaway for Lane Larson, looking for his second goal of the game. Larson rolling behind the Andover net. Two players below the goal line on the penalty kill, Larson and Darragish. And it doesn't matter. After Dorstad tries to fly the coop, Andover unable to clear. Langfeld to Dorstad. Dorstad chips it ahead, going up against Otto. Dorstad tosses it over to Zilmer. Zilmer over the blue line, and Andover is offsides. And Colin Zilmer gives Grant Wilson a bit of a shove in the back after the play. Not quite sure what the issue was there. Puck is down, face-off won by Andover. Huskies go D to D. Oh, you couldn't do that if you tried. Chase Hendrickson on the backhand tried to dump it into the zone. It goes over the glass, and into the trash can at the far end of the bleachers. Wow. Hendrickson's parents might insist they stop for pull tabs or a lottery ticket on the way home. It's time to ride that lucky streak. 3:20 to go in the first period, 30 seconds to go in the Andover power play. Should that 30 seconds run off, the Huskies would officially be 0 for 2 with the man advantage in the opening frame. Bushy patiently waiting for an opening. He steps around an Andover player, and Bushy will carry. He gives it off to Stavos. Stavos skating ahead. He's got a step on his man, gets to the line. Centering try just out of the reach of the attacking Sabre. There's a 2-on-2 chance for Andover. Hendrickson unaware that the puck was coming towards him, but he's got it now, bumped away from the puck. And Sartell clears. Stavos to Menser. Jacobs is back on the ice. Off a skate, and it's in! Isaac Menser will get credit for the goal with 2:41 to go in the first period. A centering try bounces off the skate of an Andover defender and into the net as Reimer slid to the opposite side. Isaac Menser gets on the score sheet, and Andover finds itself in a 2-0 hole late in the opening period. Grayson Bruno, a centering try for Andover. It's intercepted and turned right back by the Sabres. They have a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Larson to Daragish. Daragish manages to drop it off to Jacobs. Jacobs kicks it to his stick. Now gives it to Daragish. Daragish to Jacobs. Jacobs throws it up to Otto. Otto stops, fires. That goes just wide. Nice foot move there by Otto to kick the puck to his stick. Daragish sends it down to Larson. Larson to Jacobs. Jacobs, he shoots. It goes off the now it's in. The Sabres are rolling here in the first period. It's now 3-0. So the centering pass, the one-timer went off the post. The puck bounces off the back of Reimer, and Jacobs is right there to knock in the rebound. And it's 3-0 Sartell, the timeout that each team has remaining in the pockets of the Andover coaches. Under 2 minutes to play in the first period, and Sartell clearly feeling all of the momentum right now. As defender pinches down, that's Yasgar. Yasgar plays it in deep to the Andover zone. Lucas McGee going after it. And we'll see if Kyle Leopold can't carry it out for Andover. He can. He dumps it in. That'll be icing with 1:37 to go in the first period. The face-off will be in the Andover zone to the right of Wyatt Reimer, Kimball, Menser, and Sigurdsson the forward line. Sigurdsson taking the draw. It goes back to Yasgar. Yasgar offers it up to Zimny. Zimny's shot knocked into the corner by Reimer. Menser plays it down low to Sigurdsson. Sigurdsson knocked into the wall. Doesn't deter him at all. He goes after the puck. Andover again unable to clear as Dylan Knox carries it out. Out of the danger zone, I should say. Andover slides it over to Langfeld. Here's Langfeld. Langfeld shooting, scores! And I don't think Jake Ashby had any clue where that shot was going. Langfeld simply picks his target and rifles his shot past Ashby to put Andover on the board. I believe that goal call will read Langfeld from Dorstead and Leopold. Maybe a little bit of life here for Andover as Jacobs works his way in for Sartell, chasing after Dorstead. Off the wall, everybody looking for a call, and Andover is going to go back on the power play. So with 52 seconds to go in the opening period. If Andover can put in a goal with the man advantage here, boy, are they right back in this one. It feels like the Bushy rink is where 3-goal leads go to die. We had a couple of those last night, including a thrilling game between Stillwater and Prior Lake. The Ponies eventually dispatching the Lakers by a score of 7-5 to send them to today's championship game. As for the white bracket final, the puck is down. The clock continues to roll. Darragish pass nearly intercepted there by Grayson Bruno. Unfortunately for the Sabres, they get it back. Jacobs going after it. Jacobs still has the puck. Tries a nifty backhand shot. It goes too high. Goes over the glass into the netting. The face-off just outside the Andover end. That's Grant Wilson, who is going to sit for the penalty for Sartell. 2 minutes for interference. Jacobs centering try. Oh, and the Sabres coming within inches of scoring shorthanded. The net is off its mooring, so we'll have another stoppage of play. The faceoff will remain in the Andover end to the left of Reimer. And Jacobs going after it. He centers again. Here's a chance for Darragish in front. There's a bouncing puck. Sartell unable to get a stick on it. 10 seconds to go in the period. Let's see if Andover can get one last shot off. Leopold, he's got Dorstad in the middle. Leopold shooting, and a glove save by Ashby. Puck's down, those final seconds. Another shot from Andover. Those final seconds run off. So after one period, our score, Sartell 3, Andover 1. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after a quick Zamboni break.
Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brew Pub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brew Pub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brew Pub Lotta Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
I think anytime you're beginning a season or beginning a new sport where maybe you haven't been as well conditioned as later in the season or near the end of the year, that's when you're going to be most prone to overuse types of injuries. That's going to be sprains and strains and tendonitis and stress fractures. And so I think it's most important to kind of slowly ramp up into an activity and build your volume in a stepwise way instead of jumping in all at once.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Bushy Rink here at the Cullen Hockey Center. Our first period is over. Sartell leading Andover 3-1, but the Huskies got on the board late in the first period with 1:08 to play. Cam Langfeld put the Huskies on the board, and Andover will have 1 minute and 8 seconds of power play time. Let's see if they can't pull within one. It was a heck of a first period there for Sartell as knocks for Andover. Knocks the puck out of the air. Badum-tis. Andover going back to work on the power play near the blue line. Excellent pressure by Darragish. Darragish carrying it ahead. Darragish to Jacobs. Jacobs on his backhand, and Reimer guides the puck away. Ice after Zamboni. A little wet, a little slow. There's a shot from the top of the circle that's blocked, and Jacobs will dump it in. So those precious seconds rolling off for the Andover power play. As the Huskies dump it in, it's over the goal line. Now at the blue line, here's Knox. Knox offers it back to the top. Zilmer backhand pass. There's a shoulder save by Ashby. And the puck goes out of play, but Sartell back to full strength. We'll send 5 skaters back out. 13:49 to go in the second period. Lane Larson, Isaac Mentzer, and Devin Jacobs were the goal scorers for Sartell during the first period. And as I mentioned before, Cam Langfeld for the lone goal for Andover. Centering try intercepted by Yasgar. Yasgar to Mentzer. Mentzer into the middle, pretty much to nobody. And pressure coming. Ashby plays the puck himself. Kimball chips it into the middle. Be one-on-one for Mentzer. Mentzer lost the handle, and the Andover defense turns it right back up. Now to Erickson. Erickson chasing after a Sartell player. He shoves him down, and then he throws a punch, it looks like, and then he cross-checks. That's going to get called every time. That's going to get called every time. And they're going to take both of them as the Sartell moms go bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. We all learned how to spell bananas from Gwen Stefani herself. It is Gwen Stefani who sings that song, right? Okay, it is. Okay, I can't. You know, between she and Pink, I can't. I can't keep it straight. I think we're gonna have. Wait, what's the term for double coincidental minors? 4 players right now are in the penalty box. Some fisticuffs after the play in Andover, squandering a chance at another power play with the retaliation from Brett Erickson. Puck is down, shot on Ashby. Ashby directs it to the side, out of harm's way. Play will continue. We are 5-on-5 as Robin Cook runs through the battery of penalties. We can only hope that those penalties are not indicative of what this game could become. The teams are playing for a trophy. An adorable, angry-looking little potato to varying shades of orange. Puck now in the corner along the hash mark. Leopold trying to clear it out. It ends up on the stick of Dorstad. Dorstad to Langfeld. Langfeld over the line, staying on sides by an inch or two. Knox gives it to Leopold. Leopold's pass is blocked. Leopold tries another pass. It's blocked again. There's a shot from the top of the circle, goes wide. Live boards. McGee tries a turnaround shot and fans on it, so it'll be Dorstad again. Dorstad sends it all the way up to the blue line. Dumped in by Langfeld. He'll go for a change. Long pass goes all the way through. That is icing against the Sabres. The faceoff will come all the way back down into the Sartell end. Puck is down, and it'll be a 2-on-2 for the Sabres. Larson and Jacobs, 1 goal each for those two. As Jacobs chases after the puck into the corner, loses it in the skates of an Andover player, and very nearly takes down Andover's Cade Pekarski in the process. Otto surveys the scene and dumps it in. 11:25 to go in the second period of this Blue Ox White Bracket Championship game. No icing, snagged out of the air by Reimer and held on to. The faceoff will be in the Andover end. As I mentioned during the first period, we're going to have 4 broadcasts for you today. The White Bracket Championship, the Blue Bracket Championship, the Bantam A Championship, and the Bantam AA Championship. Our next broadcast will feature Centennial and Fargo Freeze competing for the Blue Bracket Championship. In the Bantam A final, we'll have Moorhead and Osseo Maple Grove, and in the Big Boy Championship, sorry, I shouldn't have said Big Boy, that was rude. In the Bantam AA Championship, we've got Moorhead and Stillwater, so it's going to be a busy day here in the Red River Valley. The Cullen Hockey Center is going to be packed to the gills, just the way it should be. Dargish up to Wilson. Wilson, a one-timer, directed just wide out of midair. Boy, Wilson got a hold of that one. Wilson stepping up, stepping down. It's caught, held on to by Reimer once again. Play resumes. Puck sent all the way through the neutral zone. That'll go down for an icing. And carry the puck all the way back to the Andover end, and we'll do it all over again. Face-off down, won by the Huskies. Possession maintained off the draw. Now it's Knox. Knox tosses it ahead, just out of reach of Leopold, but Leopold ended up getting there. Superior speed for the Andover. I believe he's listed as a defender. It appears, though, that he could certainly play both defense and forward. Leopold being harassed by Menser below the Andover goal line. Kimball in the corner, now up to the blue line. Yasgar shoots, blocked by Leopold. Leopold will pitchfork the puck out on his backhand. That'll roll all the way down. Looks like we'll have another icing call, only by half a step. 9:35 to go in the second period. Our score remains 3-1 Centennial. Huskies come flying out of their own zone. There's a shot from the top of the circle going way wide. Andover's Nolan Peterson. Stavos chips it off the wall, and Sartell's got a 2-on-1. McGee, he's got Bambanek. McGee shoots it himself. Knocked to the side by Reimer. McGee, another chance, and he shoots too high, trying to pick the shoulder side corner of Wyatt Reimer, and ends up sending the puck into the black netting. Wilson holds his own for Sartell after the faceoff. Otto, a long shot from the point, stopped and held on to by Reimer. It's a good, hard, low shot from Colin Otto. Andover will swap out its defenders, Zilmer and Bruno, for Knox and Pekarski. Devin Jacobs wins the faceoff to himself, tries to center the puck, but couldn't get the pass away, so Andover will take over possession. Chipped ahead, bobbles under the stick. The Huskies' Brett Erickson. Everybody's back on the bench. The double coincidentals, and it's in front. They score. Lane Larson's got his second of the game. Just as we get everybody back on the bench, Lane Larson, point blank range. Sartell up 4-1. And once again, we'll see if Sartell can extend this lead, and we'll see if Andover can bounce back and get back into this one. Boy, great speed from Leopold trying to chase Otto. Otto with some speed himself. Little drop pass to Daragish. Daragish in the corner. He knocks it over to Jacobs. Jacobs wanted to get it to Wilson at the point, but the puck is taken away by Dorstad. Dorstad skating after it. Wilson bumps into Pekarski. And now Daragish up to Jacobs. Jacobs back to Daragish. Daragish rushing through on the right side. He tries to step around Leopold, and Leopold got him. I believe we'll have it'll end up being a knee penalty. The referees will confer. It'll be 2 minutes for going knee-to-knee contact. Grant Wilson with some choice words for Kyle Leopold as he skates off the ice. The referee explaining the rationale to the Andover coaching staff. We're going to take a second player. What appears it'll be a 2 and a 10 here for knee-to-knee. We'll get the official call. We'll see how it all shakes out. In any case, Sartell will go on the power play as Sigurdsson chases down a defender. Now the puck ends up with Menser. Menser turning around off the hash mark and the sideboards. Menser settling it down, letting Sartell get set in its power play form. Yazgar and Zimny up on the blue line waiting for the puck. Reimer stopped it, bobbled it, and eventually covers stoppage of play. Reimer performing a little surgery on his equipment. Play underway. Jacobs wins the draw. Now here's Wilson from the top of the dot. His shot is blocked. Delich unable to clear. And Colin Zilmer plays it off the glass. It doesn't get any deeper though, and here comes Jacobs. Jacobs winding, firing, goes wide. Wilson stops it at the blue line. He tosses it over to Otto. Otto down to Jacobs. Jacobs trying to get it to Larson on the cycle. Larson wasn't there. It's knocked out by the Huskies. Wilson scoops it up as the puck died before getting to the line. The puck dumped in below the goal line, gathered up by Zilmer. Zilmer will fire it out out of play. 33 seconds to go in the Sartell power play. 6:26 to go in the second period. The Sabres maintaining a 4-1 lead over Andover. Derigish, here's Menser. Menser loses the handle. He quickly regains his composure, gives it to Sigurdsson. Sigurdsson back to Menser. He's got Anderson dropping down. He finds him. Anderson plucking that puck out of midair and getting a soft shot off. Not enough to bother Reimer. Here's Anderson. Anderson plays it back down to Sigurdsson. Knox chips it around a skater. The time will run off, and Andover back to 5-on-5 hockey. A centering try taken by Knox. Knox tries a shot. It's blocked by Anderson and pushed ahead. Kimball skating after it with Knox. Dylan Knox doing a nice job of shielding the puck away from the larger Kimball. Menser makes a nice move. Kimball trying a shot, fans on it. Menser again, and the shot goes too high into the black netting. Above the glass, another stoppage of play with 5:20 to go in the second period. Bambanek can't win the faceoff back for Sartell, so Andover look to break it out, but the pressure from Sartell holds his own. That's Stavos becoming a gnat in the offensive end for Sartell. Dorstad will carry. He's got Mason Miller and Dominic Delich with him. The pass gets hung up on the blue line, so now Andover will have to regroup, and Zilmer fires the puck from the red line all the way out. Jacobs nearly wins the faceoff to himself again. And here's Otto with a long shot, blockered away by Reimer. Derigish settles and sends it to Wilson. Wilson's shot, it was always going wide. Otto pinches down. Backhands it to Larson. Larson's got 2 goals so far. You know he'd love to get a chance at a hat trick. Wilson walks it in, he shoots. Puck kicked away by Mason Miller, but held in again by Otto. Nice rotation there from Otto and Jacobs to make sure somebody's covering the point. Jacobs with a long shot, that's too high, too wide. Wilson holds his own, sends it down to Derigish. Derigish, cycle attempt intercepted by Langfeld, who wraps it all the way around. Now Jacobs up to Otto. Otto shooting, juicy rebound in front. 2 saves by Reimer. He cannot make the third, and Derigish puts in the loose puck. Our score now 5-1 in favor of Sartell. Preston Derigish with the goal. Nice play by Derigish to stay with the puck and knock it over the line as we get back to business. Sigurdsson into the neutral zone. Knox. And the puck bobbled at the red line. Here's Kimball. Kimball with Sigurdsson and Menser. Menser was winding up for a shot and lost the puck on the backswing. Anderson chips down to Sigurdsson. Sigurdsson bumped away from the puck by Knox. Working all the way around. Anderson pinches, but the puck comes in the neutral zone anyway. Menser, little head bob trying to get away from Delich. Delich following Menser. Just over 3 minutes to play. Mentzer's pass intercepted by Knox. Knox skating it ahead over the red line, now to the blue line, off the glass and in. Anderson one-hands it to Kimball. Kimball turns, pushes it to Sigurdsson. Puck dying in the corner of the Sartell end here. Anderson off the wall. Mentzer will clear. It hits the stick of Bruno, so it won't get all the way down. Bruno nearly turns it over to Kimball right in the middle of his zone, and Kimball forces a freeze by Reimer. Bambanek will take the draw in the offensive zone. He's got Zimny. Can't quite tell who the other defender is out there. Who is that? Yazgar. That's what it is. Yazgar and Zimny, the defensive pair, were ready for a face-off win, but it never happened. It was played by Yazgar to knock it back into the neutral zone. McGee going after Zilmer. Zilmer off the boards and into the middle. Right back into the middle, and the Huskies will go back to work. Zilmer sends it through to Langfeld. Langfeld dances around one man, somehow gets the puck to Dorstad. Bobbling puck, snatched out of midair. And held on to by Ashby. The Violent Femmes taking us down to the final minutes here of the second period. We are effectively 1 goal away from a running clock if Sartell scores again, and then the clock will not stop until the 5-goal deficit is erased. Jacobs down the left side. Goes by Zilmer, a centering try, nobody there. And clearance attempt by Andover goes out of play, and Andover's Brett Erickson can't believe it. That's happened a few times to Andover today. Puck's going out of play. I don't know if they're used to higher glass or what. The face-off in the Andover end. Dergish to Jacobs to Otto. Nice footwork from Otto. He banks it off the wall to Larson. Larson tried to send it towards the net, fanned on the shot. Chipped it in the middle. There's nobody there for Andover. Wilson retreats. Gives it to Dergish. Dergish can't get over the line. Dergish again. His pass hops the stick of Jacobs, and it's whacked right back towards the Sartell end. Big body check by Preston Dergish. Wilson sends Erickson down with a shove. Final minute of play here in the second period. Jacobs carried ahead. Jacobs, Dergish, and Larson 3-on-2. Dergish walks in. Dergish with a shot. Reimer didn't know where it was, but thankfully for the Huskies, it bounced into the corner. Wilson holds the blue line only momentarily as Erickson chips it ahead. Andover will go for a line change. Otto looks up, sees open ice, throws it to Dergish. Knox gets a stick on it and redirects it before Dergish could catch the puck. Dergish, Larson, and Jacobs still out on the ice for Sartell. Jacobs from the goal line looking for an option. He centers, tried to get it to Anderson. It's intercepted by Jamison Fox, and Fox will skate it out. Fox bumped by Anderson, 4 seconds to go. Down to the blue line, shot by Knox. It bounces. There goes the buzzer. Through 2 periods, Sartell leads Andover 5-1. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back. after a short break.
Pub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brew Pub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brew Pub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brew Pub Lotta Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
I think anytime you're beginning a season or beginning a new sport where maybe you haven't been as well conditioned as later in the season or near the end of the year, that's when you're going to be most prone to overuse types of injuries. That's going to be sprains and strains and tendonitis and stress fractures. And so I think it's most important to kind of slowly ramp up into an activity and build your volume in a stepwise way instead of jumping in all at once.
Brew Pub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brew Pub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brew Pub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brew Pub Lotta Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
I think anytime you're beginning a season or
Third period about to get underway here at the Blue Ox White Bracket Championship game. Sartell with a sizable 5-1 lead over Andover. The top unit for Sartell, Jacobs, Larson, and Daragish has been excellent today. For now, Menser, Kimball, and Bambanek, the line that started the third period for Sartell. There's Burscheit carrying it ahead. Stopped in the neutral zone, a bouncing puck. Nobody can get a handle on it. Finally, Bambanek steps through, and then he loses the puck. It's chipped into the neutral zone by Knox. Kimball lost it. Clearance attempt, no good. Langfeld has the lone goal so far for Andover, doing the dirty work along the boards for the Huskies. Stavos will skate it ahead. Stavos going to go 1-on-3 and can't get around Cade Pekarski. Pekarski's clearance attempt eventually gets out of the zone. McGee off the wall behind the Sartell net. Nice move there by Dorstad. Dorstad shooting from the dot. It's blocked by his own man. Here's Knox. Knox will try a shot. Blocker saved by Ashby. Dorstad faked a wraparound and then tried to go short side on Ashby. Dorstad's convinced the puck went over the line. The referee, not so much. Our score will remain 5-1 with 13:20 to go in the third period. The temperature seems considerably down here in the Bushy rink from yesterday. Senior executive producer, vice president of content, and Albertville's #1 dad of the year, Justin Moss, wearing his Carhartts today, the coveralls. He looks great, probably feels better than the rest of us. Puck ends up on Jacob's stick. He's got Daragish going to the net. Jacobs to Daragish. There it is, the second pass, and Daragish deposits it. 6-1 Sartell. So Daragish gets his second goal of the game. 2 for Daragish, 2 for Larson, 1 for Jacobs, and 1 for Menser. 6-1, we are officially in running time here in the White Bracket Championship game as Langfeld dumps it in for Andover. Wilson turns and shoves down Hendrickson, and that'll be a penalty on Wilson. Puck down on the Sartell end. Dargish tosses it in the middle to Jacobs. Jacobs over the blue line. Jacobs shooting, stopped by Reimer and held on. Huskies win the power play draw on their own end. 1:25 to go in that man advantage. Here comes Peterson. Peterson centering, looking for Dorstad. No dice. Stavos manages to get it into the neutral zone. He'll chase Zilmer. Zilmer drops it back to Langfeld. Langfeld over skates. Dorstad gives it to Zilmer. Zilmer steps up. He's over the blue line. Now he's to the red line. Nolan Peterson is offsides. He might have just lost his placement along the blue line, did Nolan Peterson? Everybody loves the YMCA. Puck is down. Andover desperately trying to get back into this one. They've got a power play. Let's see if it works out for them. That's a long shot, snatched out of the air on the backhand. Held on to by Ashby. Depending on how quickly the faceoff goes here, the Huskies might be down to the final 15 seconds of power play time. The puck is down at 18 seconds. One more zone clearance should do it for the man advantage. Delich. Over to Bruno. Bruno shoots. Glove save by Ashby. Shots on goal after the second period, 19-6 in favor of Sartell. As soon as the puck is dropped, Wilson will be freed from the penalty box. It's a centering pass in front. Jamison Fox just out of reach of his stick on the far post. Another centering try goes off a stick. Goes high. It's tapped up to Menser. Menser walking in. He bumps into Grayson Bruno. Now to Menser at the dot. He shoots. It goes off the crossbar. Borscheit carries it down, loses the handle. Now into the neutral zone. Here comes Delich. Delich can't get away from Borscheit. Delich chasing Menser. Held in at the blue line. Borscheit will retreat down below his own dots. Throws it over, excuse me, to Yasgar. Yasgar gets it in the neutral zone, but now the puck is knocked away from Menser and right back to Menser. Neither team really converting a ton of passes right now. Caleb Schulz carrying for Andover. He's got no options, so he simply sends the puck back behind his own cage. Just over 9 minutes to go in regulation here. Long rainbow pass trying to hit Dorstad, who was flying through the neutral zone. The puck never got there. It hit the cold air here in the Bushy rink and just kind of died over the neutral zone. Dorstad one-hands it in, going after Stavos. Stavos sends it ahead for McGee. It's just out of his reach. Icing will be waved off on a tip. The pass is intercepted. Centering one-timer by Bambanek. Stopped and held onto by Reimer. Play resumes, wraparound try. It's stopped by Ashby. Intercepted by Knox at the red line. He'll skate it in. Knox tries to make a move around Otto. Eventually gets the puck to Dorstad. Dorstad in the corner, tries a centering pass. Nobody home. It's intercepted by Otto, who will send it to Jacobs. Jacobs, he's got Larson and Deragish. And that trio finally doesn't connect on a pass. It felt like forever since they'd had a plan foiled by the Andover defense. Puck ends up on the stick of Wilson. Wilson skates it ahead. He's still got it. Made 2 moves. Couldn't get a shot off. Jacobs along the hash mark. Hesitates, makes a move, and now he's got the puck. Jacobs shooting. High and wide. Backhanded back into the zone by Bushy. Bushy winding, firing, goes off a player's back and into the corner from the blue line. It's tapped back in, gloved and held on to by Reimer. The Blue Bracket Finals will be coming up after this one. Centennial and Fargo Freeze AA once again. And as always, our live streams are brought to you by Youth Hockey Hub. You can find the link at youthhockeyhub.com or on Twitter at Youth Hockey Hub. Here's a Michigan attempt by Isaac Metzer, and that goes too high. Into the corner, wrapped all the way around by Pekarski. Pekarski's clearance attempt doesn't get any further. Pinned up along the boards and finally cleared into the neutral zone, going after it. Mentzer will skate it forward. He's got a goal, looking for a second. Nice move by Mentzer. He gets in, couldn't get a shot off. 5:33 to go in the third period. We are in running time here with the lead 6-1 Sartell, a 5-goal deficit. The clock will not stop until Andover has erased that 5-goal deficit. Now here's a 2-on-1 for the Huskies. They need to hurry though. Dominic Delich, he's got Nolan Peterson in the middle. He doesn't need him. Dom Delich buries a shot, and the clock will stop with 5:10 to play. And the Vuvuzela calls for the Andover Huskies. You know, when you're winning, the Vuvuzela sounds like a call to arms. When you're losing, it sounds like a very sad plastic trumpet. That's life in a nutshell, really. Big hit by Stavos, coming out of nowhere and demolishing an Andover player. USA Hockey has made it a point to eliminate hits like this. So, you know what? Landon, you're going to sit 2 minutes, kiddo. Thankfully, the Andover player seems to be all right. We'll have the face-off in the Sartell end to the right of goaltender Jake Ashby. Ashby directing traffic down low, or maybe he's trying to figure out what he's going to eat on the way home after this game. My guess would be on the latter. Oh, he's simulating the goal. It just slipped under his glove, between glove and pad. Referee explaining something to the Sartell coaching staff. I don't know what we're discussing here. What are we talking about? There's 5 minutes left in a 6-2 game, and right now we're playing parliamentary. Oh, it's because they're going to send another guy to the box. So Hendrickson will get the assist on that Delich goal. And it looks like a 2 and a 10 has been called against Stavos. So it is a 10-minute misconduct. So Stavos is essentially done for the game. Here comes Leopold. Leopold on the back end. He sends it up to Zilmer at the blue line. So the power play in full swing for Andover. Zilmer gives it to Langfeld. Back to Zilmer at the top. Zilmer shoots right into the stick of Bambanek. McGee corrals the puck, dumps it down. That'll be icing. Langfeld will take the face-off. 4:26 to go in the third period. Otto below the goal line, sweeps it around behind the net. Langfeld settle it down along the blue line. Langfeld trying to get a one-timer off to Nolan Peterson. Didn't work out. It's poked into the neutral zone. Langfeld gaining speed, cutting in with the one hand, loses it. Grant Wilson sends it off the glass into the neutral zone. Nice play there by Knox, spinning away from trouble. He gets it to Zilmer. Zilmer gives it to Dorstad. Dorstad tries to play it in deep. Can't do it. Wilson knocks the player down, sends it off the boards, and Daragish going after it. He wants that short-handed goal. A bouncing puck settled by Knox. Off the wall, Dorstad. Dorstad over the red, over the blue. He's got space. Dorstad centers it to Peterson. Puck never got there. Finally intercepted by Wilson. Wilson will skate to the red line, sends it to Daragish, goes off Daragish's stick and into the corner. It appears as though Sartell is going to kill off this penalty. Otto with a nice move around an Andover attacker. Otto skates it to the red line and dumps it in. Sartell back to full strength. Zilmer will skate it out himself for Andover. Quickly caught by Menser, and Menser pokes it away from him. Menser off the half wall, hasn't knocked away. Kimball will simply dump it in off the glass. 2:40 to go in the third period. Sartell can almost taste that trophy. I don't know why you would take a bite out of it, though. It's made of, I'm assuming, plaster. Andover's going to take a penalty here. That'll be a 2-minute roughing call against Colin Zilmer. And there is just the sweetest golden retriever in the stands right now. That dog simply waiting for this one to end with the score 6-2 in favor of Sartell. Back down, Anderson. Off the wall. Bambanek going after it. Again off the boards to Anderson. Down to McGee. McGee shooting. Caught, held on to by Reimer. Anderson throws it across to Burscheit. Burscheit shoots too high, too wide. McGee unable to hold the zone. Anderson will go after it. Anderson sends it ahead. It's turned up ice. Eventually cleared by the Huskies. 1:17 to go in the Sartell power play. Burscheit trying to spin away from trouble, being harassed by Mason Miller of the Huskies. To Yazgar. Yazgar tries to dump it in, doesn't get enough on it. And the Huskies will turn it right back up. Anderson going down with an Andover Husky. That was Grayson Bruno who got tied up with Anderson. Anderson at the top of the circle, walks in, he shoots. That is wide. Burscheit cuts across and dumps it in again. McGee, nifty move around an Andover defender. Kicks it to his stick, makes another nice move. McGee walks it out. He shoots. His shot is blocked. And Andover could be sprung. They will not be. Oh, they're still sprung. Oh, he ran out of real estate. Grayson Bruno, he somehow fended off body checks from two Sartell players, got in, but did not have enough room to make a move. 50 seconds to go in regulation. Somebody's stopping by to pet the doggy. Right now I can't tell who's got more energy, the dog laying on the floor or the team's playing on the ice right now. Daragish wins the draw to Otto. Wilson whips it across to Larson. Now Daragish. Daragish wants another goal. Larson knocks a player down. Darragish going after it. Ian Knox wraps it around. Evan Jacobs battling with 3 Huskies as Sartell fights to maintain the zone time. Otto stepping up, Otto with space. He slides it over, rebound in front. It rolls through the skates of Jacobs, who was on the doorstep. Now here's a chance for Delich. Delich has got 1. Let's see if he can get 2 on the backhand. Not close. Wilson skating ahead. It's in his skates. The buzzer goes. And that is our final. Congratulations to the Sartell Sabres, the 2023 Battle for the Blue Ox White Bracket champions with a 6-2 victory over Andover. Folks, we're going to take a little break and we will be back with the Blue Bracket Championship between Centennial and Fargo Freeze AA. That's right here at youthhockeyhub.com/livegamevideos, all one word.
Sport where maybe you haven't been as well conditioned as later in the season or near the end of the year, that's when you're going to be most prone to overuse types of injuries. That's going to be sprains and strains and tendonitis and stress fractures. And so I think it's most important to kind of slowly ramp up into an activity and build your volume in a stepwise way instead of jumping in all at once.
Brewpub